Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And first of all, thank you all so much one more time for calling in on Thursday's premiere of Wine Web. I'll be back on Thursday again. Hopefully you'll be joining me again. I'm looking forward to that. I have an amazing tech guest and a really hot wine guest lined up. So thank you so much, Brandon M. Thanks for calling. And trying a new little format out here today. Tight shows, one wine, really in-depth information, you know, about the producer, maybe the winemaker, the region. For example, this wine that we are starting it with is the Chateau d'Espère, Perret, not Espère, Perret, I'm thinking about a different producer. Chateau d'Espère Savennières Cuvée Spéciale 2008, which is scored 90 points by Josh Reynolds, $18 US. One tasting note on Cellar Tracker of 95 points. And Savennières is really interesting. Became AOC in 1952. Really small part of the Loire Valley, right in the middle. Only 740 acres in total space, and only a quarter of that, 1/4, is planted. Really intense wines, Chenin Blanc based. These wines are 100% Chenin Blanc. And the real major producers are Nicolas Joly, who we've had on the show in the past. Beaumard makes some amazing stuff. And most of the wines are very close to the river because it's a little warmer there. The stones are warmer. As you get away, it starts getting colder and you get into frost issues, which is why so many people plant in that area, which is why only 1/4 of the entire Savennières is planted. Not really a famous part of the Loire Valley. Obviously, Sancerre gets a lot of that credit. Loire as a whole, the bigger brother, so not Savennières, but the region it's part of, the Loire Valley, is southwest of Paris. Has been making wine since 380 AD. I mean, yeah, I mean, just crazy. The Loire River is the longest river in all of France. 3rd largest AOC, classified region. 2nd largest region for sparkling wine outside of Champagne, Loire Valley. So a lot of times I talk about the sparkling Cremants. More white wine is produced in the Loire Valley than anywhere else in France. More than white Burgundy, more than the Alsace, and it's pretty interesting. I'm a big fan of Loire Valley. Obviously, I love the red wines, the Chinons, and things of that nature. And I think it's pretty cool. Now, 2008, which is this specific wine, is kind of a okay vintage. It rained a little bit in the beginning, and then it had an Indian summer. So I think Spectator, for example, Wine Spectator scored the vintage in 87 to 89. 2002 and 2005 are the kind of the big vintages in the Loire Valley. And Chateau d'Espère is imported by, right there, Mott, zooming in, Kermit Lynch. So we all know he is kind of the man. Very small kind of producer, 11 hectares in space. 9 of them are planted. 3 different vineyards. This comes from one of the premier vineyards, hence Cuvée Spéciale. Savennières, Chenin Blanc, from Loire Valley in a small little spot. Definitely worth exploring. Was an area that only made sweet wines, now gets into dry. Let's give it a snippy sniff. So I get a little bit of a melon and flinty component, so it's almost like cantaloupe meets crushed rock. Kind of interesting, kind of vague, not a huge nose, not a whole lot going on. Little pear. Let's give it a whirl. Really crisp, very fresh, grainy, almost tea-like. Crushed lemon peel. Little saltiness. You get that nice minerality, crushed, you know, seashell, oyster shell. Really fresh, very vibrant. I like the lemon meets the melon, a little bit of apple sauce up in here as well. Very well-made wine, very clean, under 20 bones, real wine. You know what I mean? Real wine. Salt of the earth, real wine. Great to pair with shrimp, with seafood. I like this a lot. Really well made, and the acid and citrus flavors dominate the backhand out of this wine. I'm going to score this wine 90 points. I agree with Josh Reynolds. Yeah, I see 89 Spectator. I'm 90. Reynolds is 90. That's the range for this wine. Another 20 bones. A great way to expand your palate and learn more. Question of the day. What do you know about the Loire Valley? And more importantly, let's go into theses. What do you think about this 5-minute format? Lots of info, a tasting note. Sometimes it'll go well, sometimes it won't. But tight, consumable, and a lot of info, less fluff. Let me know what you think. Love your feedback. Love you guys. You, with a little bit of me, changing the wine world.